Hello, dear friends. Welcome to this program, Our Moments with God, Our Moments with the Word of God, Our Moments with the love, mercy, and compassion of God, Our Moments also with the holy ones of God, and our moments also to turn our attention onto ourselves. Those moments are also very important because we may be busy with many other things in the world and our thoughts are always outside of ourselves. But the real conversion and transformation comes when we focus on our own inner being and what's happening there, what we need to avoid, what we need to embrace, and what needs to be ignored, etc. And before I go further, I invite you to please share the videos with others and ask your friends and families to subscribe, to like, press the like button, and please write your comments. All of these things are free of cost. Thank you very much. Today I'm making this video in my room because I have this lovely corner here where I have lovely pictures of Our Lady, and here is Virgin Mary and Jesus Christ on top. Then again, here is a lovely candle with a lady's picture, my parents. Here is again a priest offering the Mass. And what is more important is this particular thing which I showed you also last year. Today is the feast of Saint Charbel. This is the picture of Charbel, and in it there is holy oil. Blessed at the grave of Saint Charbel. I think I mentioned to you also last year about Saint Charbel. He is becoming a very popular saint, and like earlier and even now, the great miracle worker Saint Anthony of Padua, he is another one who is becoming very popular, miraculous worker. So, who was Saint Charbel? Saint Charbel was baptized as Joseph Zoran Makhluf. Born in a village in mountainous area in Lebanon in 1828. So almost 200 years ago he was born, and right from the beginning he had a very religious orientation. But his uncle did not like that. He kind of disliked his piety because right from the beginning Joseph was a pious guy practicing a lot of piety. So at the age of 23, he left his house, his uncle and everybody, and went and joined a monastery of Maronites, Saint Marons, in one place there in Lebanon. And then he became a priest in 1858. So almost at the age of 30, because he joined a little late, he became a priest. And also in his monastery, he was living a very pious, very ascetic life, always in prayer and also doing preaching, etc., but most of the time in contemplation and in prayer. Then there are a lot of things already associated while he was alive, healing people, etc. In 1898, he died at the age of 70. And then, of course, he was buried, and there used to be always from his relics a kind of a bloody sweat coming out from his relics. So certainly it was a miraculous thing, and even now his grave is visited not just by Lebanon, by Christians, but even by Muslims and non-Christians rush to his grave. I was recently in Medjugorje and I found big pictures of Saint Charbel being sold. I wanted to buy one, really, tell you frankly, but I don't have much space in my room, and I am supposed to leave this place and this room in a few months' time, and where would I keep it? But I knew that I have this oil, and I use this oil of Saint Charbel to anoint a lot of sick people, and they do find a great help in when we anoint them and pray through the intercession of Saint Charbel. I remember last year also I mentioned about this, because I am making these videos now already. This is my third year going. So last year some people had asked, from where can we get this oil of Saint Charbel? I do not really know, but you can Google it. Here in Austria you can buy it, and maybe it is available in some places, maybe Amazon, I don't know. I have not tried. I got it because somebody gave it to me. I use it for my priestly ministry work. And what Saint Charbel, like many other saints, remind us is what Jesus is saying today in the gospel. Jesus is trying to explain to the disciples about the parable of the sower, which the gospel we had also just not last Sunday, but the previous Sunday. We had this gospel of the sower going out to sow the seed, and how some fell on the pathway, some fell on the rock, some fell on the thorns. And Jesus is explaining what this means. And basically people, either the first one that falls on the pathway is the word of God, which people do not understand, and then something comes and they leave the word of God. Like many Catholics, they do not understand the word of God. They do not know the Catholic teachings, proper catechism. So moment an evangelical comes or somebody comes, they forget about the Catholic Church, and that is exactly what Jesus is saying, that without understanding they hear the word of God, without understanding. And moment somebody else gives another interpretation, they run after that. That means the word of God has not taken root. Then he speaks about those which fall on the rock. Naturally, they do not have roots, and little troubles come, then they forget about the word of God, or the word of God does not take root in them. Or some that fall on the thorns. Naturally, thorns are the evil or problems and things like that. They again take no root. And then about the good soil. So for you and for me is the question, if like Saint Charbel, we also hear the word of God and let it really be planted in us. I am trying to, of course, share this word of God every day. Many others are trying as well. But those of you who have an opportunity to hear this word of God through YouTube or Facebook, then you can share it and also let the word grow in you. And my dear friends, if you like, you may please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.